Hello and welcome back to SpriteGuard Plays HyperRogue. We have been sent right back to the beginning, and so we are going to go on a troll hunting expedition today, see if we can get all of the trolls that we need in order to unlock Trollheim, and then in the next episode we will head into Trollheim and see if we can get the treasures and the orb for that land. Since that is where we were left behind last time. So we're going to head into the jungle first of all and see if we can hack our way into the heart of some of these ivies and just gather up some rubies. We will also need spice and I'm not sure what else, but phoenix feathers of course will be necessary just for saving. And that's kind of as far as I've planned ahead. Let's see, we need garnets. I believe we need gold in order to get the dead troll and the living fjord troll. And we just need one more ruby, so let's see if we can get it from one of these guys here. There we go. Alright, so next stop is, let's go into the land of eternal motion, make sure that we are able to save. I am going to be playing pretty quickly. This week is kind of, one of the themes for this week is going to be speedrunning. I'm going to be playing through games a little bit quickly. Toho, there's not really much opportunity to do that, but in roguelite, that's what we'll be doing, so that's a little bit of a view ahead. So, you know, I'm going to be trying as much as possible to play, you know, not too recklessly. We're lucky in that it's very difficult to change play styles during a game. I think Fifionek first pointed this out, one of the early top speedrunners in this game, who came up with a lot of the theory. I believe that was who worked out the Icy Land glitch. That was kind of fundamental to earlier speedruns until Vipool came and kind of blew everything out of the water. But yeah, Fifionek, very good player, very good speedrunner, who kind of pointed out that he wanted to, I believe it was he wanted to do some kind of experimentation where he'd speedrun for part of the game and then play casually for another part of it, and he said that that just didn't work. That it wasn't possible to switch modes of play. And so, you know, I started kind of trying to pay attention to that, and I found out that he was quite right, that it's very difficult to shift gears. But we're lucky today in that we don't actually need to do that. We just need to speedrun through the content that we'll be covering today. And then next week, we'll be starting fresh, kind of psychologically, even though we will be picking up where we left off. And so we'll be able to start, oh dear, a casual playthrough. Didn't realize that was a dead end. That's kind of, that's the nature of speedrunning, is that you end up, you take a lot of risks that you would not normally take. And, you know, in kind of a really aggressive speedrun, like if you're going for a record, you would just take lots and lots of risks and basically not care whether or not you actually finish any given run. You would just, you know, take all the risks and eventually they would work out. Now, I don't actually know if we need garnets to trigger trolls. I don't think we do. But if we don't see one for long enough, I will probably start picking some up just so that we have, hopefully, a better chance. I know that it will, at the very least, increase our threat level. And so the land will start throwing more enemies at us. And yeah, we're not seeing any trolls. Oh, wait, there's a troll right there. We can't get to it. But that indicates that we do not actually need to have any treasures for them to spawn. So we just need to spawn lots of land tiles, and there's one for us right there. And we stayed where we could see our way back to the crossroads. So what's left? Let's see, we have the spice, we have the rubies, I believe. Let's see, what do we have next? Gold. We need gold. So let's try and find our way to a living cave, and that will be the next thing that we try and knock out. We need to get 60 treasures for some of these lands. And so we'll just, a lot of what we'll be doing will just be necessary for that as we pick up the treasures, specific treasures that we need. But eventually we will have to just pick up some generic treasures in order to get the last of the trolls that we need. So we have the troll for this land. We do still need the gold in order to unlock one of the other lands. I'm trying to remember which one. The Dead Cave. And so, let's see, we got one more there, and we are in a lot of trouble. There we go. Managed to make it through. So now we're just on the lookout for a Dead Cave. We would also like to see something like a mirrored land where we can pick up some, the last 10 treasures that we need for the 60 lands. And I think that's about all that we are on the lookout for. I do want to slip through here. Icy Land is a bit easier to navigate. We have a little bit more freedom. So we're more able to actually find our way to the lands that we want to find. And we have no interest in the minefield. Not really any interest in the alchemy lab, though it is a land where we could pick up some treasures pretty quickly. So, if one offers itself to us, maybe we should take it. It's not the fastest land, but I don't think it needs to be. But boy, we're just not seeing what we want to see, and that's frustrating. Let's see, this is a mirror land. Good. This is the sort of land we want. This is a land where we can pick up a lot of treasures quickly. We have to be careful about eagles, but it's a land that I've become much more comfortable with over the course of playing this. And one of the kind of difficult things about this land is that our mimics will pick up treasures for us. We don't actually want them to do that. It does us no good. Well, it creates more mimics, and in that sense, it's somewhat useful. But it doesn't give us any more treasures, and so we want to avoid it for that reason. But right now we don't want to pick up any treasures until we find our way out of here. I want to find an exit and then pick up the treasures once we know that we have a way out. I don't want to pick up a treasure and then find out that our way is blocked by a treasure, anything like that. But boy, we're not seeing the lands I want to see. That's frustrating. Let's see, we have the spice, we have the rubies. We really don't need any of the stuff that the game is offering to us. We have no interest in onyx whatsoever. We don't need it for what we're doing, and the zebra tends to get me killed, and the orb is not very good from the zebra, so there's just not really any reason to go in there unless we want specifically to challenge ourselves. But we're not seeing any crossroads, and that's always a frustrating part of this game, is when you just start passing, land after land that you don't actually want. And we need to get these guys lined up. There we go. And so we just end up kind of wandering aimlessly, not really able to do anything. And I would say that is kind of the weakest point of the game. I often talk about how good this game is and how much good stuff there is in this game. And I would say its one weak point is how much time you have to spend wandering, just looking for something. Especially when you have a really specific thing that you want to do. And we very nearly got killed by eagles. When you get 2 eagles in this game, it's very nearly always game over. They gang up on you very quickly, and then they just kind of move around to surround you. And so that's something that we have to be careful about. And very nearly got us killed. And I'm starting to get a little frustrated. I'm having a very frustrated day. My internet went out today, and it's just been a kind of an up and down weekend. Glitch Cat, who is a streamer I really like, is doing his 2,000 viewers special, and so I was incredibly frustrated that my internet went out during that. And of course I have today at 2 o'clock when I'm recording this, relative to when I'm recording this. By the time this goes up, this will all have been in the distant past. But today at 2 o'clock, I am supposed to be doing my live show. It's now 1:30, and my internet may have come back in the time since I started recording this, but I don't know. And that wolf won't chase after us. So what do we have left? We need a dead cave. We need one more treasure, which is actually from the Mirrored Land. So we never actually got that. So we need to do that. Let's see, we need to deal with this ratling. There we go. There's our one more treasure, so that should make the dead cave. Oh dear. Alright, we're fine. Everything is fine. So, let's see, the Dead Cave, the Land of Storms, all that should be available to us. We do not want to go into the Rose Garden yet. That's something that probably we will take on later on. That is something that I would like to take on in the future. Hello, trolls! Are any trolls in here? Alright, there we go, there's one. That's all we need from that land. So, Land of Storms should be unlocked. Let's take a look. Yes, unlocked. Alright. So we just need to find our way to it. We also need to go into an overgrown woods. Let's see if we can find a troll in here. We'll just start chopping down trees. There's one. There we go. You kill the forest troll. That's what we need from there. So storm troll, I believe, is the only one left, and there's one right there. Oh, red troll. We need a red troll, and there's one right there. Great. So I do believe Trollheim should be unlocked now. Yes, it is. There we go. So, in the next episode, and we will be on the lookout for an Orb of Safety at this point, in the next episode we will be going into Trollheim. And we will be working on trying to figure out how best to take it on. I got some good tips in the comments. And now we need to get away from this rock snake, which I would really like to do as quickly as possible, though my carelessness has moved us right past an Orb of Safety. And so that is going to quite possibly be a really serious damper on this run. Okay. Okay, I did an attempt earlier today. I talked about speedrunning, and I failed to record it was the problem that I ended up running into. But we just went a very long time at the end without being able to find an Orb of Safety. But there we go. So in the next episode, we will be heading into Trollheim to get the golden eggs. Probably pick up 4 and then 6. Because we know that a nest will contain 6. I don't always know that it contains 7. I know I've run into nests in the hive. I believe I've run into nests in the hive that only have 6 treasures in them. I assume Trollheim is similar. So we're just going to play it safe, going to try and keep threat low and make sure that we can do it as simply and cleanly as possible. So, until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.